What's up, YouTube? I just want to thank my newest subscribers for subscribing to me and taking the time out to look at my videos. I appreciate all of y'all. Um, I hope y'all are having a good day and getting through the week. Um, part two. Part two content of learning about Tammi Terrell. Now, I told y'all at the beginning, her real last name was Montgomery, but Barry Gordy wanted changed due to her last name being too long. Um, for when they finished the record and, put all their information and stuff up there. He just felt like her last name was just too long. So he changed it. And that was her, I'm going to say her image name, for the music industry. And that's what it looked like to me. But it ended up being a pretty good name for her and it matched her. But getting back, this is part two, learning about Tammi Terrell. I'm going to start off where I left off at, which was when she was in a relationship with David Ruffin um, from The Temptations. Um, she loved him. She loved him. She was in love with him, but allegedly he was really physically abusing her. And what led her to leave was, just one night they were out, I guess, or whatever, allegedly, and he owned a motorcycle, and I guess they got into a heated argument. Allegedly, he took the helmet off and allegedly hit her upside the head with it. He took his motorcycle helmet off, and that just had got me right there. As small as she was, as tall as he was, like I just could not imagine that. But I am sorry that that has happened. Allegedly, she had her closest circle around her that she would speak to and vent out about certain things that have happened. And they knew about it and spoke about it in the documentary. Um, so her circle knew about what was going on. But, she had so much love for David Ruffin, she tried to work it out. And allegedly, they were together for a pretty long time until after that incident with the motorcycle helmet. But as time went on, she ended up meeting Marvin Gaye. Barry Gordy kind of like shifted her to Marvin Gaye, basically to kind of help her get out there more. Like she was a upcoming artist, just signed to Motown, and she was singing, but he was trying to get her to where she could get hits. And of course, Marvin Gaye at that time, everybody loved him. He could sing. He has a beautiful voice. And putting her with him at that time, you already know it would have been a hit. And that's exactly what they were bringing out. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Precious Love is my favorite. I listen to that. It's just a beautiful song. Like, it's not too many people that can sing together and have that type of chemistry like that, like as if they were together. Like, like that's how I looked at it when I would see that. Like, they had very good chemistry. I'm not saying there's not people out there that don't have it, but it's very rare that you see that. So when she got with Marvin Gaye, Barry Gordy kind of shifted her to Marvin Gaye, kind of like to give her a lead way to get out there more and make more music. Because once she got made music, once she got with Marvin Gaye and started making those hits, oh, she was famous off top. Like, things was just going real good for her. Um, but prior to that, she was getting headaches. She was getting a lot of headaches. And one performance, she was performing with Marvin Gaye and she had actually collapsed. They were performing for a college. It was like some type of college event at a college, and they did like a little performance. I'm trying to think what song they said it was that she was singing. I think it was Precious Love. Was it Precious Love? I can't remember. But she was singing with Marvin Gaye, and I guess the pain was too unbearable because she was still getting headaches on and off, but didn't know what was going on. So, she's at this gathering at a college and they perform, and she just collapsed in his arms while they're singing. I think it was Precious Love, if I'm not mistaken. I know it won't, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I think it was Precious Love. And she collapses. And allegedly Marvin Gaye's like devastated. Like, he he grabs her, of course, after she collapses. He takes her off stage. And then I believe they end up going back to New Jersey. Yeah, they go back to New Jersey. She goes to the doctor or hospital there. They run tests, and that's how they found out Tammi Terrell had a brain tumor, some type of cancer that was in her head. But pause for a minute. Now, I know back when she was young, they were saying that, well, her sister, on the documentary was saying that she had headaches. She was already having small headaches. And at that time, they wasn't, taking it serious to get her examined. Okay, I understand when she said that. Okay, as a child, she had that. Okay. But as time went on and she got older, and she's in two relationships that were abusive and that allegedly she got hit in the head a couple times by both of them. I hate to say it, but yeah, if you go to my first, if you look at this video first, you're gonna be like, well, who is she talking about? You have to go back and look at my first video so that you'll know the two guys that I'm talking about. Well, one of them I said already, but the other guy I haven't said. So you have to go back to the first video and find out who's the other guy. But if you've already been in those two relationships already, and that has happened, um, wouldn't that put icing on the cake to damage or cause more damage to the brain tumor once she found out that she had it? I don't know. Or maybe I'm not wording it right. Maybe I am. But let me go back to. I'm gonna go back to say what I'm trying to say, but I think I said it right for you guys. She already had headaches as a child. We understood that it was signs of that ran through the family, that they had bad migraines and headaches. But as time goes on, she gets older and becomes an adult, or a young adult, young adult. I'm gonna say a young teenager going into a young adult. You get into two relationships, and you do have two physical, allegedly abuse to the head. Wouldn't that make it worse? You already have signs of headaches in the family. You constantly getting beat in the head. Wouldn't that cause a brain tumor? I have to definitely do research on that, and I should have did that before I did this video, because I'm thinking that would just be icing on the cake. But in the documentary, to me, they made it seem like, well, she already had the headaches as a child. Yeah, but still, if you getting beat constantly in the head, allegedly, with those headaches as a child, what you think gonna happen? So that's how I'm looking at it, and I think I don't know. That's probably what probably could have happened. But anyway, she finds out about the brain tumor, and it was just so sad. Like, I did cry because it was sad. Like, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But she goes to she does the surgeries to try to get the cancer removed and the tumor and all of that causes the cancer that's causing a tumor and everything. She tries to get it removed, but then it grows back. But when she gets it removed, she instantly goes back to singing and doing music and traveling and everything. But the cancer grows back, and it's just like her head goes back to hurting and all of that. And I'm gonna tell you what hurt me. Like, Tammi Terrell went through like 7 surgeries. In total, she went through 8. But the first 7 was to really try to like remove the cancer so that she could do better and live again. And just go on with her life, because she was very young at that time. She was very young. And the cancer kept coming back every time, of those 7 surgeries. They just kept coming back. I felt bad for her for that, because it was like she didn't have no control. Like, she's trying to save her life, and it's still not working. Like, the cancer's still coming back. So the 8th time she goes, it's just to release some type of pain. Like, that's all that the 8th surgery was, to release the pain. And then she falls into, well, before that, she sings One Last Time with Marvin Gaye. Before all of that, she sings One Last Time with Marvin Gaye, and it did say on the documentary she lost a lot of weight, due to the brain tumor, I guess, due to her eating habits changing. It's just a lot had changed after that, her going through that. And I just felt bad for her. I really did. Like, she was really trying to save her own life, and the cancer just kept coming back. It was just like she just had no control. She was trying to save her life, but she had no control over it. It was just like the cancer was overpowering her trying to save her life. And it was crazy. It was deep. So she sings One Last Time with Marvin Gaye. And she did. She had lost a lot of weight. It was like she was like probably like 90 pounds or so, and she sings One Last Time. She had the courage and energy to sing One Last Time with Marvin. And then Tammi Terrell fell into a coma in 1970. She was 24, fell into a coma and passed away. She had 7 surgeries. The eighth surgery was just to relieve the pain, meaning they knew that the eighth surgery wasn't going to do anything, but because she was in so much pain, they did what they could do just to relieve the pain. Like, I really felt bad for her for that. And that's the information that I pretty much got about Tammi Terrell. She seemed, looking at her documentary and learning who she seemed like she was a good person, and she just was a happy, joy person and loved to sing and be around people. And, you know, she just wasn't able to um, keep her life due to the brain tumor. So I felt really bad for that, and I cried and everything. But rest in peace, Tammi Terrell. And this is the content that I wanted to share about learning about Tammi Terrell and who she was. Allegedly, she was into abusive relationships with these 2 men that I love as artists, even though they weren't. Neither one of them was in my time, but you know, you're not gonna know everything as far as with celebrities and everything. Like, we don't get to see what's behind closed doors. We only see what's presented to the public, and what's presented to the public was always nice pictures, flashy clothes, nice cars. I'm talking about back then, now too, but I'm talking about back then for this. So, you know, you don't get to see all that fighting and fussing because they didn't show that back then. And, you know, it's coming out now because both of them, rest in peace, their souls have passed already on different times. But it's just crazy that it was like that. But back in those times, things ran different too. They ran a lot different. And it's just, mm-hmm. It was just a sad story. But I tell you one thing, Tammi Terrell, I will not forget your beautiful voice, your beautiful face, and what you brought to the world before your soul went up to heaven. So you guys, don't forget to like this video, comment if you want, subscribe, share this video. Go back to the first video if you didn't get a chance to see it. That was just a little bit of information on her as far as part 1, but part 2, this was it. And I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.